What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're making the crown louder. We're finally going to get a bit more V8 noise out of this baby. So let's jump in, talk about what we're going to do, and hopefully it works. Alright, so UZS186 4.3 litre V8. I got this Crown Majesta because I love the look of them and I wanted a V8 leather luxury cruiser, right? But what is the point having a V8 cruiser and having that bad fuel economy when you can't even hear it? You know what I mean? So you guys that are legends, you guys that have been here for a while, you know what the car sounds like. I've got a video of what it sounds like at the moment. But let's go for a little quick explanation and then we will get things done. So the 186 has a 3-section exhaust, right? You've got your headers, which come down and they have a cat in each, a catalytic converter in each. Then they join into one pipe and then you have your secondary cat. So they're your primary cats, you have your secondary catalytic converter. Then that goes into a big resonator. It's probably like 2 foot long and it's massive, big resonator. And then when it gets to your axle, it splits into 2, goes out each side. Normally, it would go into a big muffler each side. Now, I have an axle back because the Blow Designs body kit, that comes with that exhaust so that it fits, all that kind of thing. They do that in Japan, apparently, which I didn't really realize until I got into the VIP world, but they do. So I've got the axle back. The axle back has 2 small mufflers, 1 each side, and 2 small hot dogs, 1 each side. And when I say small, I mean like they're not even a foot long. They're tiny, right? But they are still mufflers and they're still hot dogs. So my exhaust goes headers, primary cats, joins, secondary cat, resonator, so all stock all the way into the axle back. And then from the axle back, it splits into, it's either hot dogs and then it wraps around itself into a muffler and then back out, or it's muffler, then hot dog, and then out, right? So they're there, either side, both sides have them, okay? So how do we make cars louder? We get the pipes bigger or we get less restriction, right? So the easy way for me to try and get some noise, and the reason that I actually got pushed over the line is because I saw this clip. And I thought it sounded amazing. So I reached out to JDM HQ, which is where that clip came from, and asked them what the go was. They told me a few things, doesn't really matter. They reckon it's just an axle back, but I feel like that's not just an axle back. Maybe an axle back with like no mufflers, I don't know. But I want some more bark, I want some more sound, I want some more grumble. So what we're doing today is headers, primary cats, here, cut it off, here, cut it off. Right, so we're going to take out the secondary cat, which we don't need, that we've already got primary cats, and we're going to take out that resonator. Going to replace that with just a straight pipe, that one back there, 2.5-inch pipe, all the way through, back to the axle back, keep the flanges there, and then axle back out. So I'm hoping that this one, like the secondary cat is huge. It's bigger than my head. It's massive. It's like if you're going from like the side of my head to here, it's huge. It's like a foot long, a foot wide. It's massive, right? So surely huge amount of restriction, huge amount of flow that's not going through there. And the resonator, maybe not so much restriction, but maybe we'll get a bit of noise removing that. Now I do have, like I just said, the mufflers in the back and the hot dogs in the back, so I'm hoping that kind of takes away any droning or the majority of droning, because I do drive this thing every single day. But I want it to sound like a V8. I need some bark, I need some more grumble. Now, like I said, you guys have seen the old video. I will put it in so you'll hear it again. It's got a nice kind of sound to it. It's just, it's muffled, it's quiet, it's not loud enough, but the sound is nice. What we've got here, it should get a bit of extra noise. Now, I got told by an exhaust shop, right? Oh, taking out the cat and taking out a resonator won't make much sound. And I'm like, really? Now, I've said that in an obnoxious voice because I'm trying to take the piss out of the guy, because I think it will. He's an exhaust guy, and I could be eating my words later on in this video, but I'm going to keep this clip in so that if I'm wrong, I'll wear it and I'll be like, you know what, that made no difference. Like, I'm an idiot. But if it does, I know more than that exhaust guy, because I don't think that it will make no difference. I think that he just couldn't be bothered doing the job. This pipe, that one there, that was a happy accident. One of the boys who helped me with the exhaust on the E46, he picked up that. It was meant to be 3-inch. The guy that he picked it up from was like, yeah, mate, it's out the front. He grabbed it, left, and the guy sold him 2.5-inch. Now, we ended up having enough pipe for the E46 in 3-inch, which was great. They had a little bit extra that they brought with them, and that can go on this car. So now, enough waffling. Let's get to the shop. Let's get this secondary cat and this resonator cut out, thrown in the bin. Now I'm going to keep it just for like if I ever sell this car, but let's get them cut out, pipe replaced, and let's see what it sounds like. All right, car's all done. He reckons it's a bit louder, but he's used to like big door slammers and big cammed up V8, so he's like, to him it's tame as. He goes, you'll notice it. So let's see how different it is. Yeah, it sounds way better. Oh, it's not crazy, but I don't know if you can hear that, but damn, it sounds better. Sounds like an actual V8 now, finally. So yeah, that worked really well. I'm really happy with that. Put my windows up. Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm really stoked. I have found that the axle back that I have is actually quite close to, I think it's my fuel tank, maybe, I don't know, something that it's just touching on. Now that it doesn't have, I guess, the weight of those extra bits, maybe it does touch that just. When I take off from the lights, every now and then it just vibrates just enough to touch it. So that's not super, but I can definitely just like move that, give it a little tap it in. You know, it's like, it's nothing. But yeah, I'm wrapped. So it sounds really good. Doesn't drone too much, a little bit extra drone, but I mean, I'm used to driving the Supra as a daily, so that doesn't bother me in the slightest. I love it. It actually sounds like a V8. When it starts, it sounds way better. Oh, look, enough of me waffling. You want to hear it. All right, let's get a cold start and let's get some revs. So as you can hear, it actually sounds like a V8 now. The startup sounds great. The revs sound great. When you're cruising, it's not too drony, which is good. It's not like a crazy bark when you start it, which is what I was after, because this is my daily. I do have to start this car, obviously like 5 a.m. and hope that my son stays asleep. So yeah, it's exactly what I wanted out of it. So I know I've told you what it is many times, but in the description is going to be pipe sizes, exactly what it is, exactly how it's set up, so that if you want to replicate it, you can replicate it. I hate it when people put exhaust clips on YouTube and they don't put what they've actually done to the car, because everyone's like, oh, sick, that sounds amazing. I wanted my car to sound like that. How'd you do it? Oh, this video is 7 years old and this person doesn't even use their YouTube anymore. So that's not gonna be me. All my specs are gonna be in the description. So thank you all for coming along. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this is what you've been after for me to do to the car, because I know there's a bunch of you that were like, yo, it's too quiet. I agree, it was too quiet. I think it's just right now. Obviously you can go and do whatever you want. You can straight pipe yours, you can cut the primary cats out, you can have no mufflers in the back, no resonators in the back, you can do a full twin system with an X pipe, whatever you want to do. But this is my flavor for my daily. This is what I wanted to do. So you do you, boo. But for me, this is just right. So thanks for coming along. Like, comment, subscribe if that's what you want to do. I'll see you all in the next one. See you guys.